What up, YouTube fam? It's your girl Chelsea from Chelsea As of Late here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we're all about thrifting, secondhand shopping, and having fun with our fashion. So if that's your jam, make sure you join the fam. Today's video is going to be a very exciting one because we are finally talking about fall trends. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The typical YouTuber, it's kind of like our duty at this point to talk about seasonal trends, and fall is one of my favorites. It's right around the corner. It's officially September. It's actually kind of like gray and rainy here in New York today, so it's kind of setting the mood. And yeah, the best season to get dressed is kind of already here, so we're giving a little fall moment today to feel inspired. So I want to talk a little bit about how we're going to be doing things, because first of all, we are not going shopping, we are not going thrifting, we are staying right here in my closet and kind of shopping my closet for these fall trends. The more I kind of started to read into trends, the more I started to, like look at videos and kind of like trend predictions, consuming that content, the more I realized I already own majority of these things, at least the ones that I want to style for the fall and want to participate in. Because if I've learned one thing through, past seasons of like thrifting the trend and shopping the trend and paying attention to trends, is that a lot of times we'll convince ourselves that, we want to try this, or oh my God, that seems fun. But in the long run, it doesn't really fit into our personal styles. And what's going to happen is those pieces will just continue to kind of like, will be part of the, cyclical fashion industry that just never ends. Even if we're thrifting and shopping secondhand, overconsumption is never the answer. So the more I started to kind of like delve into these trends and research about the trends for fall, which by the way, they all come back. They all literally come back. Like it's always one or two new things, one or two new pieces, but it's always, plaid and leopard and houndstooth. So the more I started to read into it, the more I'm like, wait, I can probably shop my own closet for all of this. That's not to say I'm not going to be thrifting any fall pieces or any trends, but I want to start with what I have already and kind of go from there to see if I'm missing anything. So that's kind of why we're doing it this way this year. Obviously I'm so excited to style the things I already own, especially things I haven't styled already. And yeah, let's dive into these trends. Alrighty, so we are starting off with some prints. Like I mentioned before, you'll see kind of like, again, they all kind of come back. And one of them is houndstooth, which is one of my favorite prints for fall. So that seems to be trending for the coming season. And I know I already have some pieces that I can pull and style and have fun with. So that's going to be the first trend we're going to be tackling. The second is pinstripe. Now this is a new, it's been around for ages, but new for me, where I've recently really gotten into pinstripes and more of like suits and menswear inspired looks. I recently watched A Simple Favor again by Blake Lively, Serena for life, like girl crush, major inspo for life, herself and this character. Her character was very much into like tailored like suiting and just really crisp like pulled together outfits, and a lot of pinstripes were involved, and so I've been really into them. I've been thrifting really cool pinstripe pieces recently, so I want to kind of like style those for our fall trends. A big one this season is going to be Barbie core, which essentially is just hot pink. Like, I don't know why we insist on having these like overly complicated names for trends, or like we're just trying to make it, they try to keep it spicy, but really it's hot pink. We're seeing a departure in general. I think it started last season that we're seeing a departure from like neutrals kind of fall and more into like very like colorful, punchy, bright fall tones, which is something I actually want to thrift more for, like more fall pieces that are colorful. But a big one is going to be Barbie pink, Barbie core, hot pink. And I know I have plenty of that. Vest tops, or waistcoats, as the British would say. Or is it? No, vests for them is tank tops. Waistcoats are vests. So vests for my Americans as tops. So I've been loving, again, going back into like the tailored, kind of like wearing, suits casually look, loving the vest as a top, loving styling vests in general, really into vests. I Could use a few more that are more fitted so that they fit like tops, but we have a few that we can work with. So that's going to be another trend that we will be styling. Patchwork and quilted. Again, this is another one we see kind of like in some variety or form. It comes back every fall. So we're going to be styling that because I know I got that. And finally, we are going to be styling for elevated sportswear or luxe sportswear. So it's kind of this play on like high and low, casual and not so casual, elevating sportswear pieces. And so yeah, I have, you know, things we can kind of pull and have fun with. So we are going to be styling that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trends. 5 trends that we're going to be playing around with, having fun with, styling, searching for in my closet. Let's do it. Here's my little fall inspired outfit. Again, we're seeing a departure from these like neutral tones and like muted fall looks, but I couldn't help myself. It's like the quickest way to kind of get into the fall mood, to tone it down a little bit and just like have fun with prints and layers. Okay, I totally lied. It was 6 trends. Whoops. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the pieces that I pulled. Honestly, again, y'all, thrifting and then shopping your closet for those thrifted pieces that you find, chef's kiss. Do it every single season. You don't know what you will find. So let's talk a little bit about each piece, or each trend rather, and then we will style a look around each trend. So like I said before, I meant to say 6 trends, not 5. Starting with pinstripes. So again, loving any sort of like menswear inspired suiting, tailoring for fall, and pinstripe is a huge print for that sort of category this fall. These are some of the pieces that I've picked up along the way throughout the seasons, the years, and I'll probably style one for each trend for you guys. And then moving into the elevated sportswear. So this is a cardigan that I absolutely love. It gives me very like collegiate, almost like cheerleader vibes, quarterback, sports, throwing a ball. And yeah, I'm excited to style this. I've also been into a baggier kind of like sweatpant look, but elevated. I'll probably style one of these for this trend because I've been collecting quite a few in recent months, and yeah, I really want to look to like kind of like make that a going out look, if you will, not just like to go play sports. And finally, this is a vest I got from Primark and I haven't worn yet, so maybe I'll style this one as well. Oh, and actually, not lastly, forgot about this guy. My favorite thrift find of last year for sure. The Tennis Anyone sweater. I probably won't style it. It's a little too hot still for this one, but again, I can probably see myself throwing on some like shimmery pants, heels, a clutch, and like going to like dinner or something in this for that elevated look. Moving on, I pulled some houndstooth pieces. First, this cardigan I picked up I want to say earlier this year, and I love it. It's very chunky. I've also found some pieces that still have like the thrift store tag on them. I have to wash them. And yeah, these are some just like a vest. I have these tights, you guys can't see them, that I absolutely love. I picked these up from ASOS. They go into the trends. I have a kind of like Chanel-esque houndstooth jacket that's really structured and square, and just love the buttons on this one. It's kind of that pearly detail, so it's a little bit more preppy. And then for our vest, like I said, I don't really have that many kind of like tailored, really fitted vests that I can wear as a top, but I have worn this one with just like a bralette underneath. Really cute. This is more of like a menswear inspired tuxedo type of vest. And then this one, which I absolutely love. I thrifted this last year. I love the colors. It's a bit more on the like colorful fall side. For Miss Barbie Pink, we have quite a bit, like I said. I love that this is kind of like all seasons, really. Like, I can wear any of these pieces at any point. I mean, as long as it's not too hot, obviously. But like, it could be a spring, early summer moment, as well as a fall moment. I love trends and pieces that kind of like can take you throughout different seasons. So really excited about this one. Also this dress. This is also one of my favorite things I've ever thrifted. I don't wear it enough, honestly. I'll try to make an effort to style it more because it's so good. It's a plaid maxi dress and it's A-line. It's vintage INC ink. I think that's a Macy's brand. But like, can we talk about it? It's gorgeous and it fits so well. Should I wear this today? It's kind of rainy, but it's a beautiful piece and it fits into the Barbie core trend. And lastly, we have our patchwork, patchwork quilted. It's all just, it comes back every season. It's tried and true, trusty. So I'm really excited to style a piece around this. Let's get started with styling. Okay fam, here is look number 1, starting with the patchwork trend. So you guys know I rather cut off my pinky toes than ever do low waist again, but low waist is trending. And so I thought, let's show a tiny little bit of stomach to make it a little bit more current. But if y'all ever catch me in these streets with like my whole, just pull me in, pull me aside and have an intervention because I rather not. But here we are. So we started with the skirt. This is that patchwork maxi skirt. I found this in Florida last September and I have yet to wear it, so I'm really excited to be styling it today. And it kind of gave me some boho vibes, so I went for this denim bucket hat and paired it with a denim vest. Just a plain white tank top underneath. I believe this is Primark actually, which is great for staples and affordable staples. Love their like basics, that kind of thing. I cropped it in half so we could have a little bit of a midriff moment. And I decided to go full send on the patchwork. So I paired it with these patchwork boots. You can't really see it with the maxi obviously, but once you sit down, a little leg action, you kind of get a peep, and I love that coordination. And then to, again, kind of max out our patchwork trend moment for this outfit, I paired it all with this Coach patchwork bag I recently, well not recently, if not a year ago, thrifted, that matches the shoes. So this is look number 1. The trend is patchwork / quilted and I love it. It's very boho, it's very like headed downtown for drinks with the girls or brunch or running errands. It really is kind of like, it lends itself to a lot of different situations. So love that. Let's go for look number 2. All right, next up we have a Barbie Pink or Barbie Core. Hot pink, okay, that trend. And I did decide to style the dress. When you throw something, you're like, how can this ever be here? Like, how can anyone ever give this up? And then you bring it home, you're like, oh, that's why. I realized what's wrong with this dress. The top, which is totally fixable, the top kind of like clasp it. Okay, now it doesn't want to do it. If I like move a little bit too much, it just every single time. But that's fine. It's fixable and I absolutely adore this dress. So we threw on a beret just to give it that extra oomph of pink. And I decided to grunge it up with some chunky, could we even call these loafers? What are you, loafers? Sure. They're chunky shoes. These are Ghani. I found them on Poshmark, which I'm debating if I should do kind of like a guide to shopping secondhand online and like where to best find things, because there's a lot of places, as we know. But anyway, these were a Poshmark find. Absolutely love them, and I think they just like elevate, obviously physically, the look, but also like just grunge it up a little bit. And then I thought, so why not add yet another layer, because fall is all about layering it up, to grunge it up but also bring in that femininity of the hot pink with this flower brooch. This is a jacket I thrifted recently. It's starry, it's a star print. And then finally I added this, what were these? Paul Frank this Paul Frank bag I recently thrifted. I always say recently thrifted. This was like over a year ago, but you guys know what I mean. I thrifted this, and I just think it's a perfect combination of, again, like girly and very like feminine with the pink, but grungy with the darker hues and the chunky loafers. These are also trending, by the way, right now, like chunky loafers and socks. We didn't have the socks for this one, but this is look number 2. On to look number 3. Y'all, keeping it 1,000,000% with you guys, this is one of those looks that makes me question how on God's green earth there are people that refuse to thrift. Like, this entire look, head to toe, secondhand. And I say secondhand because, I mean, this baby was purchased through the RealReal, I think, or Rebag, but you know, secondhand luxury resale website. Vest is thrifted. We're doing the vest trend, by the way. I jumped the gun on that one. This is the vest trend. Vest is the top. For my UK friends, waistcoat as a top. Vest is thrifted. Pants are thrifted. Love these like balloony type of capri pants. Shoes, thread up. What a find. They are vintage. Belts are both thrifted and secondhand luxury resale. And tell me this is not a look. Like, y'all, hit up your local thrift stores. I'm begging you. It's just the flavor. It's just something that you just can't find in traditional shops anymore, especially the quality. Everything feels like it'll last a long time on my body, off my body, seasons, decades, you know, span across the universe. Okay, not me going into my Veronica Mars monologue. Shout out Veronica Mars fans. Anyway, I am rambling. I went for a more kind of like suit inspired menswear tuxedo vibe, very much inspired by Blake Lively in A Simple Favor, and I absolutely love it. I mean, you can't really tell. Am I going to dinner? Am I meeting up with like James Bond? Am I a Bond girl? Am I working? Am I commuting? Where am I going? You can't tell, and I freaking love that. This is look number 3. Let's go into 4. Welcome to my life. Alright, y'all, this is look number 4, and we are styling up Houndstooth. And for this look, I decided to go all out 80s. I'm talking acid wash, I'm talking slouchy on slouchy, I'm talking hair to the side, big hair, and some sparkle with my earring. I started with this cardigan, which I showed you guys earlier. Absolutely love how slouchy it is, how comfortable it is, and how versatile it is, because I can wear this as kind of like a jacket, but also a cardigan, but also open, but also over the shoulder. So she gives a lot of options. And for this look, I kind of went for a, again, could be going out to dinner with friends, could be going out to brunch, could be going out, if I'm Carrie Bradshaw, just running errands, you know, in my heels. So I really love those type of looks that can take you from day to night, from one event to another, and they're kind of like, you can't really tell what the occasion is, but they fit into different occasions. So I paired the cardigan with these acid wash denim shorts, which are some of my absolute favorites. I'm not putting them away for any season. They will be in my closet, rain or shine. And for my top, I threw on this leather vest as a top, staying with the vest as a top theme. I love the juxtaposition of like small and then big, you know, you gotta give it a little shape here and there. And then because of the acid wash, I'm like, wait, let's do a little play on silver accessories. So I threw on this belt bag. This is an old H&M croc embossed. I don't know if you can see it with the light. Belt bag, and these silver metallic kind of like slinky heels that I thrifted not last year, 2 years ago. And then because my hair was already to the side, I decided to throw on these sparkly glitzy glam earrings just on this side to kind of give it a little pop. And yeah, this is look number 4, and I think so far it's a tie between the last one and this one for my favorite so far. I'm really loving this. I might wear this somewhere. I don't know where yet. Okay, look number 5. Here we are in our elevated sportswear. So I took a few sportswear pieces, but elevated them in different ways. I hope. So first up, we have the pants. classic side stripe, very sporty, very much like I might be on my way to soccer practice, but we layered. So I originally had planned to wear this mesh top underneath the sequin stripe top. This is a really old top I snagged from my Ralph Lauren days when I used to work in the retail stores here in New York. And so yeah, I had originally planned to wear this underneath to kind of give it a little mesh pop, but it didn't look good. It kind of bunched up here in the middle. So I thought, okay, let's try it over, and I love it so much more because again, it's giving sporty, it's giving mesh, it's giving like casual, but we elevate it with some sequin, with some heels. These are some kitten heels I recently scooped from Primark. And then I threw on a kind of cap, not really. This is one of those like fisherman caps, you know, the type, the Greek ones, to give it again a little nod. I see you to the sportswear trend, but still make it a little bit unexpected, elevated, different. And then finally, my fuzzy red bag, my trusty fuzzy red bag. This baby has seen it all, and it just ties into the overall look nicely. So this is look number 5, elevated sportswear. This I would probably rock, I don't know, I'd probably rock this for like a day of errands in the city. The shoes are comfortable enough that I can kind of like run around in them. And yeah, it's fun, it's funky, but it doesn't really scream occasion. So this is kind of like an everyday elevated sportswear look for me. All right, y'all, here is our 6th and final look. We are playing with pinstripes, styling this 2-piece set. It's not really a suit, it's not really a blazer, but it's just like a 2-piece, I'd probably say like 80s 2-piece pinstripe set. I decided to go a little bit more of a sporty route, which is funny because we just did sportswear, but you know what I mean, a little more casual. This is like strolling on a Sunday, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So threw on my Yale cap, which you guys saw me thrift, or you guys saw in a haul, and decided to keep on playing with the blues in the cap. So I went for this Charisma crop top as my top. I felt like I needed something smaller underneath because this is kind of like slouchy and big. So again, to play with the juxtaposition of tight, loose, etc., etc. Threw on this cross necklace, which I actually recently thrifted like 2 weeks ago, and I love. It's such a good find. Honestly, I love a good vintage gold cross necklace. This houndstooth clutch bag, which is so old, honestly, y'all. This is like a rare TJ Maxx find from back in the day. Just threw it on as a clutch. And some sneakers, some Reebok sneakers, just to go with the whole like casual, easy peasy stroll on a Sunday again look. And this is it. This is our 6th and final look for our styling session. Alrighty fam, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you had as much fun as I did styling all these fall trends. Honestly, if you want to see a part 2, let me know, because I have other trends I wanted to do, but again, I didn't want to make it too long or too exhausting for me. And so yeah, if you want to see a part 2, let me know. This was very fun, and it just goes to show you just never know what you have until you search and shop your closet. You may already have most of these trends, because again, trends are what? Cyclical. They always come back. And yeah, shop in your closet. It'll inspire you, it'll reinvigorate, you know, all of the ideas that you may have kind of flying around. And I 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you want to see more thrifty, more secondhand style, more fun fashion, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week, and in the meantime, you can find me at Chelsea as of late on all social media platforms. I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.